The first time I saw them, I thought it was a prank. Two alien girls standing on my doorstep, their shimmering, iridescent skin glowing faintly under the porch light. One had long, flowing hair that seemed to shift colors like a kaleidoscope, while the other had short, spiky hair that glowed a soft blue. They both had large, expressive eyes that seemed to hold entire galaxies within them. And they were holding suitcases. Can I help you?" I asked, my voice cracking slightly. The one with the kaleidoscope hair stepped forward, her voice melodic and soothing. "Hello, human. We are your new roommates. My name is Lyrin and this is Zyla. We are here under the new Intergalactic Cultural Exchange Program." And blinked. "The what now?" Zyla, the one with the blue hair, rolled her eyes, or at least I think she did. It was hard to tell with those galaxy eyes. "The new law. Humans are required to host alien exchange students. Didn't you get the memo?" "Memo? What memo? I didn't sign up for this." Lyrin tilted her head, her hair shifting to a soft pink. "It's mandatory. All humans were randomly selected. You were chosen to host us. Congratulations. Congratulations." I sputtered. "I didn't ask for this. I don't even have room for 2 more people." Zyla smirked, her glowing hair flickering like a neon sign. "Don't worry, human. We don't take up much space. And we're very low maintenance." "Low maintenance? You're aliens. How is that low maintenance?" Lyrin stepped forward, her voice calm and reassuring. "We understand this is a lot to take in, but we promise to make this as easy as possible for you. We just need a place to stay while we learn about your culture. In return, we'll share our knowledge with you. It's a win-win situation." I groaned, running a hand through my hair. "This is insane. I can't believe this is happening." Zyla shrugged, her hair glowing brighter. "Believe it, human. Now, are you going to let us in, or do we have to stand out here all night?" I sighed, stepping aside. "Fine. Come in. But don't touch anything." As they stepped inside, I couldn't help but notice how their presence seemed to fill the room. It wasn't just their glowing skin or their otherworldly beauty. It was something else, something intangible. They carried an aura of mystery and wonder, like they had stepped out of a dream. "Nice place," Zyla said, looking around. "Cozy." "It's small," I muttered. "And now it's going to be even smaller with the 2 of you here." Lyrin smiled, her hair shifting to a warm golden color. "We'll make it work. Thank you for welcoming us into your home." I didn't have the heart to tell her that I didn't exactly have a choice. The first few days were interesting. Lyrin was fascinated by everything. She wanted to know how everything worked, from the microwave to the TV remote. She even asked me to explain the concept of reality TV, which led to a long and confusing conversation about human culture. Zyla, on the other hand, was more interested in exploring the city. She insisted on going out every night, dragging me along as her guide. She was particularly fascinated by the nightlife, and I quickly learned that she had a knack for getting into trouble. One night, she somehow managed to convince a bouncer that she was a celebrity, and we ended up getting into an exclusive club where she proceeded to drink everyone under the table. I had no idea aliens could hold their liquor like that. But the real challenge came when it was time to sleep. My apartment only had 1 bedroom, and I wasn't about to give up my bed. So we had to get creative. "You can't be serious," I said, staring at the 2 of them as they stood in my bedroom. "What's the problem?" Zyla asked, her hair glowing a mischievous purple. "It's just sleeping. We don't bite." "Yeah, but it's my bed. I'm not sharing it with 2 aliens." Lyrin stepped forward, her hair shifting to a calming blue. "We understand your discomfort, But we don't require much space. We can sleep on the edges. You won't even notice we're there. I groaned, running a hand through my hair. This is so weird. You'll get used to it, Zyla said with a grin. Now move over. I called the left side. And just like that, I found myself sharing my bed with two alien girls. It was an experience. Lyrin was as quiet and peaceful as she looked, barely moving throughout the night. Zyla, on the other hand, was a restless sleeper, constantly shifting and muttering in her sleep. I woke up more than once to find her sprawled across the bed, her glowing hair lighting up the room. But as strange as it was, I had to admit that there was something comforting about having them there. They brought a sense of excitement and wonder to my otherwise mundane life. And despite their quirks, they were surprisingly easy to get along with. As the weeks went by, I found myself growing more and more attached to them. Lyrin and I spent hours talking about everything from philosophy to music, and I was constantly amazed by her depth of knowledge and her curiosity about the world. Zyla, on the other hand, was like a whirlwind of energy, always dragging me into some new adventure. She had a way of making even the most ordinary things feel extraordinary. But as much as I enjoyed their company, I couldn't shake the feeling that this arrangement was temporary. They were here to learn about human culture, and eventually they would have to return to their own world. The thought of saying goodbye to them was unsettling. One night, as we were all lying in bed, I decided to bring it up. So, what happens when this exchange program is over? I asked, staring up at the ceiling. There was a long pause before Lyrin finally spoke. We return to our home planet, she said softly. Our time here is limited. I felt a pang of sadness at her words. And then what? Do you just forget about all of this? Zyla snorted, her hair glowing a faint red. Of course not. We're not heartless, you know. We'll remember everything. But our lives are different from yours. We have responsibilities, duties. We can't stay here forever. I nodded, though the thought didn't make me feel any better. I guess I don't know. I'll miss you guys. Lyrin reached over, placing a hand on my arm. Her touch was warm, almost electric. We'll miss you too, human. You've been a wonderful host. And who knows? Maybe one day our paths will cross again. I smiled, though it felt bittersweet. Yeah, maybe. The day they left was one of the hardest days of my life. We stood on the doorstep, just as we had when they first arrived, but this time the mood was somber. Take care of yourself, human, Zyla said, her hair glowing a soft blue. And try not to get into too much trouble without us. I chuckled, though it felt forced. I'll do my best. Lyrin stepped forward, her hair shifting to a warm golden color. Thank you for everything. You've taught us so much about your world and about yourself. We'll never forget you. I felt a lump in my throat as I nodded. Yeah, me too. They both smiled, and for a moment the world seemed to stand still. Then, with a final wave, they turned and walked away, their shimmering forms fading into the distance. I stood there for a long time, staring at the spot where they had been. The house felt empty without them, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something was missing.